You are walking through life as a human sponge. Every single day, you subconsciously soak up the anxiety of everyone around you. It might be the frantic coworker pacing around the office. It might be the stranger doom-scrolling next to you on the train. Or it might be a stressed partner venting the second you walk through the door. Before lunch, your mental battery is already flashing red because you have absorbed their chaotic frequency. The modern advice you hear to fix this is completely broken. We are told to build iron-clad boundaries. We are told to mentally block out the noise or force a positive mindset. But you cannot out-logic emotional contagion. Trying to deflect someone else's stress using sheer willpower is like trying to stop a flood with a chain-link fence. It only creates more internal friction and exhausts you even faster. But there is a different way to handle this. For centuries, the Japanese have mastered the art of social harmony in some of the most densely populated environments on Earth. They do not survive the chaos by building thicker mental walls. They use a completely different methodology. Their approach relies on subtle, zero-cost physical and spatial habits. These tiny actions quietly deflect external panic before it ever reaches your nervous system. By the end of this video, you will know exactly how to exist in a chaotic room without absorbing a single drop of the tension. Do not skip ahead, because habit number 7 is the exact reason you constantly feel drained after a completely normal conversation. Fixing it takes less than 3 seconds, and it is the complete opposite of what you have been taught. The first habit is rooted in a concept called Ma. This translates to the mastery of negative space. It is the intentional pause, or the empty space between interactions. In our modern world, the default behavior is to instantly react. When someone comes at you with urgent, frantic energy, your instinct is to match their speed. You jump right into their fast-paced rhythm. But doing this means you instantly adopt their stress. Instead, you need to use the power of Ma. When someone throws a high-stress comment your way, wait 2 full seconds before responding. Do not say a single word. Just let their tension hang in the empty air. This brief pause breaks the momentum. It lets their panic die in the negative space rather than transferring into your body. The next habit is Kekkai. This is the practice of creating an invisible barrier. Historically, this concept is used in Zen gardens to separate sacred, peaceful areas from everyday spaces. We can apply this exact idea to our physical interactions. Usually, when someone is stressed, we sit or stand directly facing them. We square our shoulders to theirs. This creates a direct physical bridge for emotional transfer. You are basically offering yourself as a target for their anxiety. You need to change your geometry. Never face a frantic person head-on. Simply shift your physical angle. Pivot your body to a 45-degree stance. This tiny physical adjustment naturally deflects their emotional output. You remain active in the conversation, but their stress literally slides right past you. Habit. Number 3 comes from Ogasawara-ryu. This is the traditional etiquette of eye contact. We are always told that strong, unbroken eye contact is the ultimate sign of respect and active listening. But intense eye contact forces your brain to emotionally mirror the other person. If they are panicking, you literally download their panic through your eyes. The traditional Japanese approach is much softer and safer. They lower their gaze to the neck or chest level. This shows complete presence, but it stops the intense emotional merging. When someone around you is losing their mind, simply drop your focal point. Look just slightly below their eyes. You will stay engaged and polite, but you will not lock your nervous system into their chaotic state. The 4th habit is Uchi-Soto. This translates to clearly defining your inside world versus the outside world. Uchi is your inner circle. Soto is everything else. The main problem today is that we treat every single issue as an inside problem. A stranger's bad mood on the bus or a distant coworker's office drama suddenly drains your personal energy reserves. You have to draw a strict mental line. When an interaction starts escalating, silently label it as Soto. It belongs to the outside. Acknowledge that the chaos is happening near you, but it is not happening to you. This simple mental tag stops you from taking on a burden that was never yours to carry in the first place. The fifth habit is Misogi. This is the ancient practice of ritual purification. It is the act of physically washing away invisible impurities. Most of us carry the heavy ambient stress of the workday straight into our living rooms. We contaminate our only sanctuary without even realizing it. You need a physical cutoff switch. As soon as you cross the threshold of your home, walk straight to the sink. Wash your hands and splash cold water on your face. This is not just about hygiene. It is a physical signal to your brain. You are literally washing away the external stress of the crowd and resetting your internal state before you interact with your family or sit down to rest. Habit number 6 is Shoganai. This translates to the graceful acceptance of things you cannot control. It roughly means it cannot be helped. The modern mind is obsessed with fixing everything. When someone is in a terrible mood, our instinct is to manage it. We offer logic. We try to calm them down. And when they refuse to listen, we get immensely frustrated and drain our own batteries. You have to stop playing the hero for other people's bad days. When someone starts complaining about a completely unfixable situation, do not offer a useless solution. Internally repeat the word Shoganai. Offer a simple, neutral nod. Let them vent without giving them your problem-solving energy to feed on. This brings us to habit number 7. This is the exact secret I mentioned at the beginning of the video. It is the exhalation principle, rooted in the concept of un. It is all about controlling the flow of your breath to stabilize your nervous system. When someone suddenly dumps their stress onto you, your body reacts instantly. You subconsciously hold your breath. That tiny pause in oxygen instantly triggers your own fight-or-flight response. You start panicking just because they are panicking. The fix takes less than 3 seconds. The exact moment someone raises their voice or brings chaotic energy into your space, focus entirely on your nose. Push out a prolonged silent exhale. This physical action forces your autonomic nervous system to stay completely anchored, no matter how loud or erratic the other person gets. The 8th habit is Kuuki wo Yomu. This means reading the air, but we are going to use it defensively. We constantly walk blindly into toxic environments. We stride right into a chaotic break room or a tense family gathering. We get completely ambushed by the heavy mood and immediately lose our footing. You must learn to sense the atmosphere of a space before you commit your energy to it. Always pause at the doorway of any room. Take 1 second to read the air. If the room feels frantic, hostile, or anxious, intentionally dial back your own energetic output to an absolute minimum before you step inside. You walk in as a quiet observer instead of becoming another chaotic participant. Habit number 9 is Seiza-inspired grounding. This is a posture of absolute stillness, derived from traditional Japanese kneeling. When we are around someone who is pacing, fidgeting, or waving their hands, our bodies naturally want to copy them. We subconsciously mirror their erratic body language. This physical mirroring actually amplifies the mutual anxiety. You need to anchor yourself. The next time someone is projecting physical chaos, plant both of your feet firmly flat on the floor. Freeze all unnecessary movement in your upper body. By refusing to match their kinetic energy, you starve their panic of oxygen. The final habit is Yugin. This is the appreciation of quiet, hidden depth, rather than loud, overt expression. In Western culture, we feel obligated to offer loud verbal affirmations. We nod aggressively. We raise our voices to show we are paying attention, but matching a stressed person's high volume just throws gasoline on the fire. You need to use the power of subtlety. The next time you are talking to an agitated person, lower your speaking volume by 50%. Speak quietly and methodically. This stark contrast creates a vacuum. It literally forces their nervous system to quiet down just so they can hear what you are saying. Protecting your energy is not about becoming cold or arrogant. It is not about isolating yourself from the world. It is simply about preservation. You cannot be of service to your own goals your family, or yourself if your internal battery is constantly drained by the chaos of the crowd. But do not attempt to implement all of these habits tomorrow. Trying to overhaul your entire social operating system at once will only create more mental friction. It will guarantee failure. Pick exactly one rule from this list to master today and commit to it in the comments. If this video gave you a practical tool to defend your mental space, hit the like button. Share this guide with that one friend or coworker who is constantly exhausted by other people's chaos. Finally, subscribe to my channel to continue building the discipline required to command your reality.